If we are living in a simulation, then the most important question is no longer, is this real? That question, while fascinating, eventually exhausts itself. It loops, it debates, it never fully resolves. A more demanding question replaces it. What do we do with it? Because regardless of how reality is constructed, whether it is the deepest layer of existence or an emergent rendered environment, your presence within it remains undeniable. You still experience the passage of time. You still feel attachment, regret, curiosity, and hope. You still make decisions that alter the course of your life and the lives of others. If meaning were fragile, it would have collapsed the moment uncertainty appeared. But it hasn't. And that persistence, the fact that significance survives even radical doubt, may itself be the most important signal the universe provides. One of the deepest anxieties triggered by the simulation idea is the fear that it strips life of meaning. If reality is constructed, if it has an underlying architecture or designer, then existence might feel artificial, as though it were somehow invalid. But meaning has never depended on the ultimate source of reality. It has always depended on involvement. A chess match is not meaningless because it follows strict rules. It is meaningful because those rules create tension, possibility, and skill. A novel is not hollow because it was written by an author. Its meaning arises from how the story unfolds and how it is experienced by the reader. Rules do not eliminate meaning. They make meaning legible. If the universe is a system, then meaning is not handed to you from outside. It is something you actively construct through commitment, interpretation, struggle, and care from within the system itself. No matter what reality is made of, it is not indifferent to action. Effort changes probability, learning shifts outcomes, persistence accumulates advantages over time. Acts of kindness ripple outward, sometimes subtly, sometimes dramatically. Cruelty does the same. A simulated universe would still be reactive, still governed by cause and effect, still shaped by feedback loops. Your choices still matter because they still alter trajectories. Responsibility does not dissolve under the simulation hypothesis. It sharpens. You cannot hide behind the idea that it's all just a program when the consequences are still felt by conscious beings inside it. If this is a simulation, then consciousness is not an accident. Subjective experience is extraordinarily expensive. It requires layers of structure, long chains of causality, and remarkable environmental stability. That suggests awareness is not background noise. It is a signal, something the system either values or requires. If minds capable of reflection exist at all, then cultivating awareness, empathy, and understanding is not a detour from reality. It may be the central output. In that light, introspection is not indulgent, and wisdom is not optional. They may be among the highest expressions of what this environment makes possible. Every system optimizes for something. Some maximize efficiency. Others prioritize growth, resilience, or information density. So the critical question becomes, what does this universe appear to reward? It supports complexity rather than simplicity. It allows curiosity to evolve rather than extinguishing it. It generates entities capable of modeling reality itself. It teaches through consequence, not explanation. It allows learning without ever fully revealing the rules in advance. This does not resemble a trap. It resembles a laboratory or a training ground where understanding must be earned. A simulation does not imply absolute control. It implies structured freedom. Games are meaningful precisely because you cannot do everything. Stories resonate because every choice closes off alternatives. You did not choose the constants of physics. You did not choose your starting conditions. You did not choose the limitations of your body or time. But within those boundaries, you still choose how you respond, what you value, and how you treat others. Freedom is not the absence of limits. Freedom is the ability to navigate limits intelligently and ethically. Many imagine that if reality is simulated, There will be a dramatic unveiling, a moment when the illusion breaks and everything suddenly becomes clear. But what if that moment never arrives? What if the purpose is not revelation, but participation? A system that explains itself completely leaves nothing to strive toward. No uncertainty, no growth. Mystery may not be a flaw in the design. It may be the mechanism that keeps the system meaningful. If reality is simulated, experience is still real. Pain still wounds. Loss still reshapes lives. Joy still uplifts, which means ethics do not weaken, they intensify. If conscious experience is the true substance of reality, then minimizing suffering and expanding understanding becomes a moral priority of the highest order. Not because the universe commands it, but because awareness makes it unavoidable. If observation alters outcomes, even in subtle ways, then attention is never neutral. What you notice grows in importance. What you reinforce gains momentum. What you ignore fades. You are not merely occupying the system. You are co-authoring its unfolding, moment by moment. Here is a quieter, more unsettling thought. What if the universe is not asking, "Have you figured out what this is?" But instead, what kind of being will you become now that you can ask? Not every system produces minds capable of self-reflection. Not every intelligence turns inward. The ability to question existence may itself be the test. If this is a simulation, then the objective may not be escape. The objective may be alignment. Align understanding with action. Align curiosity with compassion. Align intelligence with responsibility, not to conquer the system, but to participate in it well. The universe neither confirms nor denies the theory, it simply continues. And perhaps that is the answer, because whether reality is fundamental or rendered, you are still here, aware enough to question it, and that may be exactly where the axis of reality has been pointing all along. Thanks for watching. If this video made you pause, question, or see things differently, then it did its job. Feel free to explore more ideas here, and as always, keep thinking.